Hi, my name's Taylor Warren, and I'm doing my first video blog on the first guest speaker, which was David A. George, and I'm submitting it under the first guest speaker assignment on live text, which I hope is okay because technically that was due 13 days ago, but I'm just kind of winging it in terms of live text. But I thought David was really interesting. I liked that he came in because I'd never really gotten the chance to talk to somebody diagnosed with Asperger's that was at the age he's at. For some reason, if I talked to somebody with Asperger's, they were under the age of 12, and I'm not sure why that is, but the only instance I can really think of is there have been a few children in my mom's classrooms that they thought were eventually going to be diagnosed with something. And I just thought it was interesting to see the way his mind worked because ADD and Asperger's was something I'd only really heard about, but it was almost as if you could see it in action while he was talking because he had to fight to stay on topic a little bit, but not in a bad way because nothing he said ever didn't make sense. Like even when I asked him a question afterwards, he kind of got off topic, but I was never lost because it's kind of just he speaks his train of thought, and I think that's really interesting because you get more out of the conversation in a way. But another thing I was wondering about him was because he was diagnosed so much later, what he would be like if he was diagnosed sooner, because he talks about his childhood and how hard it was and all of these things he had to go through, and it's almost like I'm picturing it way in the past, even though he's relatively young, just because it seems like a time where something like ADD couldn't be diagnosed would have to be like prehistoric, just because it's so common now. But he dedicates his life to enlightening others as to what autism and ADD is, and I just wonder if that would be the case if he had figured out sooner, because I feel like his struggle was almost integral to how he lives and how he thinks and how he handles himself, and I think that's really interesting, and I think that's why I found it so interesting to talk to him and listen to him, and I really appreciated him coming in.